$1,000 every single month deposited into your account, not from a job, not from a client, not from a boss, from investments you made months or years ago, compounding quietly while you slept. That is not a fantasy. Right now, in May 2026, there are real ETFs paying real monthly income, some as high as 14% per year. And today, I am going to show you the exact portfolio, the exact numbers, and the exact math to build $1,000 per month in passive income, starting from wherever you are right now. Not the best case version, not the marketing version, the honest version. 3 things we are covering today. The 4 ETFs that form the complete passive income stack, from the slow and steady to the high-yield income machines most investors have never heard of. The exact dollar amount you need in each one to hit $1,000 per month, and 3 different paths to get there based on your timeline. And the tax structure that makes 2 of these ETFs dramatically more efficient than anything else in the income investing space, and how to position them correctly across your accounts. Let's build it. Before I show you the exact numbers, I need to set one expectation clearly, because most passive income content on YouTube skips this part entirely, and it costs people money. High yield and high growth rarely come from the same investment. An ETF paying 14% per year in income is almost certainly trading away some of its price appreciation potential to generate that income. That is not bad. That is a trade-off. And understanding that trade-off is the difference between using these ETFs correctly and being disappointed when they do not perform like the S&P 500 in a bull market. The goal of passive income investing is not maximum wealth accumulation. It is reliable, growing monthly cash flow. Keep that distinction clear, and every decision in this video makes perfect sense. The foundation of every passive income portfolio on this channel is SCHD, the Schwab U.S. Dividend Equity ETF. Current yield, 3.45%. Monthly income on $100,000, $287. Not the highest yield, but SCHD grows its dividend. The dividend has increased every single year since 2011. That 3.45% yield today becomes 7%, 9%, 12% on your original investment over time, the yield on cost compounding we covered in a previous video. SCHD is the long game. It is the foundation that provides income stability, dividend growth, and downside protection. In the 2022 crash, the S&P 500 fell 18%. SCHD fell 3%. Your income kept growing through every downturn. In a passive income portfolio, SCHD is the bedrock. Now here's where the passive income stack gets interesting. SPYI, the NEOS S&P 500 High Income ETF. Most investors have never heard of it. Here is what it does. SPYI owns S&P 500 stocks and systematically sells call options against the index. Those option premiums get distributed to shareholders every single month. Current yield, 12.09%. Monthly income on $100,000, $1,007 every month, like clockwork. But here's what makes SPYI fundamentally different from most high-yield ETFs. The options it sells are written on the S&P 500 index, what the IRS calls Section 1256 contracts. That means 60% of your option income is automatically taxed at the long-term capital gains rate, regardless of how long you have held the fund. That structural tax advantage is baked into the fund by design. You cannot replicate it by selling covered calls yourself. SPYI does it systematically, tax efficiently, every single month. If SPYI is the income machine, QQQI is the income machine on steroids. QQQI runs the exact same covered call strategy as SPYI, but on the Nasdaq 100 instead of the S&P 500. Same structure, same Section 1256 tax treatment, same monthly distributions. But because the Nasdaq 100 is more volatile, with Nvidia, Apple, Microsoft, and Broadcom as its largest holdings, there are larger option premiums to harvest. Current yield, 14.11%. Monthly income on $100, $1,175 every month. The trade-off is concentration risk. QQQI is 51.74% technology. In a tech-led correction, it will fall harder than SPYI. In a tech-led recovery, it will recover faster. It is not a replacement for SPYI. It is a complement. More income, more volatility, sized accordingly. Remember that $1,000 per month I promised at the start? Here's exactly where it comes from, with 3 different portfolio sizes. Portfolio 1, $99,000 total invested, $50,000 in SCHD, $30,000 in SPYI, $19,000 in QQQI. Monthly income, $144 from SCHD, $302 from SPYI, $223 from QQQI. Total, $669 per month. Not quite there yet. Portfolio 2, $140,000 total, $60,000 SCHD, $50,000 SPYI, $30,000 QQQI. Monthly income, $173 from SCHD, $504 from SPYI, $353 from QQQI. Total, $1,030 per month. There it is, $1,000 per month from $140,000 invested. Portfolio 3. If you want $2,000 per month, $280,000 total at the same ratios. Every one of these portfolios pays monthly. Every one compounds automatically. And every dollar of SPYI and QQQI income benefits from the Section 1256 tax advantage that most ETF income does not. Here's the 4th piece that ties the entire system together. VOO, the Vanguard S&P 500 ETF. VOO does not pay significant income. Its yield is just 1.2%. But VOO does something the income ETFs cannot. It grows your principal. SCHD, SPYI, and QQQI generate income. VOO generates wealth. And without growing wealth, your income stays fixed while inflation slowly erodes its purchasing power. The complete passive income stack is not just income ETFs. It is income ETFs funded by the growth of VOO. The strategy: contribute to VOO during your accumulation years. As your portfolio grows, systematically shift a portion into SCHD, SPYI, and QQQI. The income starts small. The income grows. By the time you need to live on it, it is substantial, tax efficient, and monthly. Here is how to position each ETF across your accounts for maximum tax efficiency. SCHD, inside your Roth IRA first. Every dividend SCHD pays in a Roth IRA is completely tax-free forever. The yield on cost that grows from 3.45% to 12% over 14 years, tax-free inside a Roth. SPYI and QQQI inside a taxable brokerage account. Here is why. The Section 1256 tax treatment on SPYI and QQQI already gives you preferential tax rates in a taxable account. Much of the distribution is classified as return of capital, which is tax-deferred entirely until you sell. Putting SPYI and QQQI inside an IRA actually wastes the Section 1256 advantage because all IRA distributions are taxed as ordinary income regardless. VOO, inside your 401k during accumulation. Tax-deferred growth, lowest cost index fund available. Convert portions to SCHD, SPYI, and QQQI as you approach income generation phase. 3 paths to $1,000 per month based on where you are starting. Path 1, $500 per month invested for 12 years. Contributing $500 monthly split between VOO and CHD, reinvesting all dividends, builds approximately $140,000 at historical returns. Rotate a portion into SPYI and QQQI at year 10. By year 12, your portfolio generates $1,000 per month. Path 2, $1,000 per month for 8 years. Same strategy accelerated. $1,000 per month into VOO and SCHD builds $140,000 in approximately 8 years. Path 3, lump sum approach. Already have $140,000 in savings or investments rotated into the stack right now. $1,000 per month begins immediately. Every one of these paths is real. Every one is achievable. The difference is only time and contribution amount. The destination is the same. 3 things I need you to understand before you invest a single dollar in SPYI or QQQI. First, high yield means caped upside. When you sell covered calls, you are exchanging potential price appreciation for guaranteed income. In a raging bull market, SPYI and QQQI will underperform plain VOO. That is the trade. You are choosing income over maximum growth. Make that choice consciously. Second, these are newer ETFs. SPYI launched in 2022. QQQI launched in 2023. They have performed as designed, but they have not been tested through a full market cycle. Size your positions accordingly. Third, do not chase yield blindly. A 14% yield from QQQI is compelling. A 50% yield from a single stock covered call ETF is a completely different risk profile. Know what you own. Know why you own it. The stack we built today is constructed around quality underlyings with tax-efficient income strategies. Stay in that lane. $1,000 per month in passive income is not a dream reserved for people who started early, inherited wealth, or got lucky with the right stock. It is a math problem, and you now have the formula. 4 ETFs, a clear account placement strategy, 3 paths based on your timeline, monthly income, tax-efficient, compounding automatically. Drop passive 1K in the comments if you are building toward $1,000 per month in passive income, or tell me how close you already are. I read every single one, and I am always genuinely inspired by what this community is building. Next Tuesday, I am pulling back the curtain on the 401k investment menu trap. Most people are in the wrong funds and paying 10 to 30 times more in fees than they should. The fix takes 10 minutes. Subscribe so you do not miss it.